all your favorite wrestling shows rolled into one. Welcome to the WeBook It podcast. Let's start the show.
Yo, 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 yo. What's up, WeBook It fam? This is your boy, Sir Claudius, back at you with another episode of the All Elite Recap Show. I am back after a little small hiatus. Shout out to Virgil for taking over last week for me. This week we had a doubleheader. We had Dynamite and Collision both air on television. So we had about a good 3 hours of action as we get geared up for WrestleDream in St. Louis tomorrow. Kicking off the show, we had Kris Statlander and Timeless Toni Storm basically exchanging their last words and fights and everything like that. So there was a little small interview that Renee hosted. It's like the famous last words of Kris Statlander and Timeless Toni Storm. They both promised victory, and then eventually there's all right, is this interview over? And then they race to the ring. Both started to throw hands, exchanging different maneuvers, suplexes and kicks and all that other jazz. And then there was a moment where Timeless Toni Storm got on her knees and tried to make Kris Statlander hit her with the title belt, which Kris didn't do. And then the same thing, Kris Statlander got on her knees and tried to get Toni Storm to hit her with the title belt, which did not happen. Toni Storm placed the title belt above her and kissed her on the forehead. And then they got back at it. I think she finished off with like a suplex. So they was going at it, man. They was going at it. So I cannot wait to see these two throw down yet again, the rematch. This was a pretty good segment, ahead of this match. Next up, let me see here. We had the Hurt Syndicate versus the GOA. These two teams have been in a little brawl. Been in a feud over the last, month or so. Throughout this match, you had Bishop Khan and Toa Liona having Bobby Lashley and Shelton Benjamin's number throughout the fight. Her syndicate eventually started to rally, but Ricochet will make his presence known to interfere in this match, spearing Shelton Benjamin, setting him up, setting up Leona to get the pin for the win. This will be the first time that the Hurt Syndicate lost a tag team match since their time together in AEW. There will be another matchup coming at WrestleDream, I believe. Hurt Syndicate versus GOA and Ricochet. So I imagine MVP will be stepping in this match as well. So we'll see what happens. Which team will get the momentum? I'm pretty sure. They'll try. One of these two teams will be going after the trios championships over the next couple of months. MVP did get involved in this match too. I believe he hit Ricochet with a knee with hold on, let me see. Well, Benjamin hit Ricochet with a knee when he tried to interfere early on, but obviously that only did but so much. MVP also blasted Ricochet with his cane. There was a lot happening in this match, but I cannot wait to see what happens at WrestleDream. Next up, we had a final face-to-face with Jon Moxley and Darby Allin. They was like in this feel like, at the jail, so I don't know the official name for it, but like they was basically, you can go to jail, go visit somebody in jail. You got the window with the little thing where you could talk through it and shit. That's basically where they were at. And and basically, John Moxley tell him like, hey, like I won't be your enemy. I won't be your opponent at WrestleDream, because I'm like, who you think you're going to be facing, it ain't me. Like, it's a whole different guy, and so we know what kind of guy that is. Like, when John Moxley goes to that level where literally he has no regard for human life, like it's a whole different dude, man. It's a whole different dude. And then let me see here. Yeah, basically, it was a visiting room, essentially. Yeah, visiting room. Where they were separated by the glass. And so Moxley he's trying to set him straight, like, dude, you don't want to do this, man. And he was trying to recruit, basically trying to recruit him. But Darby Allin was like, no, I can't trust you, bro. I'm like, after what you did to Bryan Danielson, nah, we can't do it. Then here comes Pac from behind and, just basically beating the hell out of Darby Allin, smearing his bloody face against the glass. And then moving on, we had a match between Claudio Castagnoli and Roderick Strong, in which Claudio basically dominated the match. Roderick Strong tried to fight back late, but eventually Claudio will catch him in the air with a European uppercut for the win. But yeah, so I cannot wait for this match to see what happens, because this feud has been happening for a long time, and I cannot wait to see how it concludes, or if it does conclude, because I feel like it may not be over after tomorrow. But yeah, so let me see here. Next up, we had Kenny Omega and Jurassic Express versus Don Callis family. Basically, there was a segment prior to where Jack Perry, went to see Kenny Omega. He's like, look, I know you don't trust me. I get it. And he's like, I got your back, man. We got common enemies, but I got your back. And Kenny Omega was like, I don't trust your ass. I don't trust Luchasaurus' ass either. But like you said, we got common enemies. He's like, if you really want to prove yourself, come to Dynamite, join me in this tag team match, and then we'll see what happens. And so basically, you had Jack Perry with Luchasaurus. They basically would turn the tide during this match and knock off Don Callis family by pinning Hechicero after a rope walk doomsday device. After the match, the Young Bucks, they tried to attack Jurassic Express, but Kenny Omega would save Jack Perry from a Meltzer driver and basically sent Matt and Nick Jackson into retreat mode. And so this was a very solid match. A lot of heated moments in this match, a lot of back and forth. Don Callis family, Kenny Omega, we know what it is, and Young Bucks, they ain't never over. It ain't never over. Like Triple H told Shawn Michaels, what was it, during their feud back in 2004. He told Kevin Nash, he's like, it ain't never gonna be over between me and Shawn Michaels. And I feel like that's how it is gonna be with Kenny Omega and Don Callis family. It ain't never gonna be over between these guys, man. So we'll see what unfolds at WrestleDream. Let me see here. We had Jamie Hayter versus Sky Blue. Sky Blue would counter multiple attempts from Jamie Hayter, finisher, the Haterade, but Jamie Hayter eventually get the win with the Haterade and move on. After the match, Tekla will interrupt with her own pre-taped promo, basically explaining that she attacked Jamie Hayter on her debut because she was there. She demanded that Jamie Hayter impress her. Kind of weird, but we'll see how that unfolds. Jamie Hayter has always been one of my favorites, and every time she's in the ring, she be doing her thing. Sky Blue holds her own as well. So we'll see. We'll see the match that they're gonna have. Between Tekla and Jamie Hayter. So, but yeah. Next up, we had the World Trios Championships. We had the Opps versus LFI. So it's basically Leo Rush, Dralístico, and Beast Mortos. They did have a strong game plan for the Opps. However, Powerhouse Hobbs, the power that he exudes, combined with, Samoa Joe's veteran presence and experience, as well as Katsuyori Shibata. It was very overwhelming for the challengers. Joe eventually will put Dralístico to sleep with the Coquina Clutch. And then Sammy Guevara would work with the rest of LFI to attack the Opps after the match until Hangman Adam Page will come out there to even the odds. And so we know that's Samoa Joe and Hangman Adam Page have their match coming up. So that's going to be on fire. I cannot wait for that match. Hangman was on commentary during this match, so that was pretty interesting too. You had the crowd chanting, "Joe's going to kill you." So the St. Louis crowd, is one that can, St. Louis can have some riled up, fans. And so we'll see how things play out. I think this has the potential to be a match of the night. Samoa Joe and Hangman Adam Page. So we'll see who will come out on top in that match. We have Orange Cassidy and Kyle O'Reilly versus Daniel Garcia and Wheeler Yuta. John Moxley, of course, would arrive as this match was, starting to slip away from the Death Riders. And he was also joined by Pac and Claudio Castagnoli. Claudio would blast Kyle O'Reilly with a European uppercut, which set up the Red Death's pinfall win. After the match, Darby Allin kept dragging himself towards John Moxley, even as the Death Riders all continued to beat the hell out of him on the way to the ring. He eventually made it there as the conglomeration would come out there to help brawl, with the Death Riders and send them to the back. Darby Allin brought out an AEW flag, basically telling Mox to quit now, but Mox would respond by hitting him with the paradigm shift on the flag. This rivalry itself is, man, like this is straight fire. You can't help but, enjoy every bit of it. And so that was pretty much the main event in regards to that. Let me see here. Making our way towards Collision. We had FTR basically give a promo with Stokely Hathaway. And they were basically backing up Megan Bain on her way to the ring. And so they were talking about their jet speed, their chances against jet speed at wrestling at the WrestleDream tailgate brawl. Willow Nightingale, Harley Cameron, and Jet Speed would interrupt on the Titatron before sneaking up on FTR and Bane, sending them out of the ring. Let me see here. So we fast forward to the match between Megan Bain and Harley Cameron. Harley Cameron, had some moments where, she, tried to, it looked like she was about to pull off the upset. But ultimately, Megan Bain caught her ass with the Liger Bomb and got the win. so that this is like I say, they calling this alliance with FTR and Megan Bayne the top guys. I guess I don't know, but I like it. I think it could be something that can do long term. And I think it'll definitely help, Megan Bayne help elevate her as she, continues to, find her way towards the top of the women's division. But yeah, so it was a solid match between Harley and Bayne. But obviously you want to continue to make Megan Bayne strong, make her look strong, and keep that momentum going as she is definitely on the way to becoming a AEW Women's Champion or TBS champion. So we'll see what happens there. Next up, we have Brodito and Mark Briscoe versus the Don Callis family. Basically, was Brodito and Mark Briscoe taking on Cal Fletcher, Rocky Romero, and Lance Archer. Briscoe and Fletcher brawled to the back. Brody King would eventually get the win with the all-seeing eye combined with the bandito knee on Romero. El Clan will interrupt the celebration to set up a sneak attack from Okada, who would eventually stand tall over the World Tag Team Champions. So this is a solid match here, and then obviously more chaos ensued after the match. It looks like Mark Briscoe and Cal Fletcher got some big plans for WrestleDream, and so we'll see how that unfolds. But yeah, so let's see here. The next up we had I believe that was the main event there. Like I said, it was only about 3 hours worth of action. So I think the Collision probably only had, about an hour or so, while Dynamite had the 2 hours. Good action-packed show, good action-packed doubleheader, heading into WrestleDream, basically getting everything, all the feuds and storylines ironed out. Definitely encourage you guys to check out the pay-per-view. I'll be checking in as best as I can. Probably, I use my illegal stream websites to watch that shit for free. I am not ashamed to, admit that. Watch, tune into WrestleDream. I'm sure it's going to be a spectacular show. Depending on how my time looks tomorrow, I may do a little post pay-per-view recap. We'll see how that turns out there. So thanks for all who's going to be tuning in to this episode once it gets uploaded to YouTube. Thank you all who's been liking, sharing, subscribing to the podcast. We're trying to get to 2,000 subscribers on YouTube. I think we're a little bit over 6. We're still around close to 1,700 subscribers. And so just keep on supporting us, y'all, and getting the word out there. Trying to make some big moves, not for the rest of this year, but definitely going into 2026. Be on the lookout for, SmackDown, Throwdown, Lowdown, Bring It Around Town with Virgil. He'll be stepping in for Fritos tonight. Be on the lookout on the episode for when it gets uploaded, or if Virgil decides to, live stream it. So we are on Twitch as well. So he'll be having that streaming there too. And then we got the Sunday show where all the fellas returning. So, depending on who all is going to be there, but it'd be about 4 or 5 of us, recording on this Sunday. So stay tuned for that. Last but not least, keep those booking pencil sharp. Keep on booking. Sir Claudius signing out, baby. Peace.